As we enter the final week of EDU 279, Literacy Development and Instruction, I am excited for you all to engage in some practice activities that require application of what you've learned about structured literacy and research-based instructional strategies. Once again, we're looking at reading instruction and development as a whole, a big picture idea, kind of like we did at the beginning of the course, rather than broken down into the components in isolation as we've done throughout the course. So let's define what structured literacy is to begin. Remember that structured literacy is simply a model. It's the most current, respected, and up-to-date model in reading instruction. Structured literacy is the application of knowledge that comes from the science of reading research. This just teaches us that children need to read in an evidence-based and systematic way. The research shows us that it's most effective if literacy instruction is primarily delivered through direct and explicit instruction, and that it should follow scopes and sequences that are aligned with what we know about brain development. It also tells us that there are some main pillars in instruction, and that a structured reading approach should include these pillars of phonological awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. It also shows us how all components of literacy are woven together, as we see in Scarborough's reading rope. Remember that this body of research also has proven that 95% of all students can learn to read. 95%. We're far from that goal at this point in the US. In the learning module this week, we're going to review how we can pull all the components of reading together and help our students progress through developmental stages in order to result in skilled reading and 95% proficiency. We're also going to talk a bit about some reading difficulties that we often see in general education classrooms and what we can do as educators to make certain that all students learn to read proficiently. Remember, the big idea with this is that when you approach a problem, it should be data-driven. You need to assess the situation, figure out the hole that needs to be patched, go back and fix the problem in the reading rope in order to secure a much more solid foundation of skills for your reader. In the case studies and in our discussion this week, you're going to be asked to do just this. You'll pull together your collective knowledge and understanding of what we've learned in this course about the 5 pillars of reading instruction and those elements of Scarborough's reading rope in order to solve some problems. I'm excited to see how you apply your collective knowledge and your understanding to support literacy development in these hypothetical case studies, but more so in your future classrooms. These really are real scenarios that you're going to encounter, and you need a solid plan of how you can support these learners. Let's make this final week of our course impactful and meaningful. Finish strong. Let me know, what questions can I still answer for you? What are your muddy points as you take your learned knowledge, your own pedagogy about reading instruction, and think about how you're applying them into the practice of teaching in a real live classroom? Please know I am here to answer those questions about what theory versus practice might look like, and I would love to chat further about these topics. Please reach out and let me know what you're thinking. If there's anything further I can do to support you this week, I will be virtually right here. Best wishes, everyone.